There's an interesting story about you even linking up with Swizz. I don't even know if you remember, but Swizz Beatz, the producer, yeah. And like, I remember you telling me one day, boom, I'm going and linking Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I thought,
That's a great story, that one.
Go.
That is a great story. I remember this like an hour ago. I remember me, Sam and Cass, I think, and maybe we was chilling in Zizi's, and this is how this is so connected. We was in Zizi's eating.
The restaurant.
Restaurant.
Not the gal.
Yeah, yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Say honourable shout out to Zizi.
Shout out to Zizi, yeah. So we're in Zizi's, the restaurant, and we're eating. Yeah, and I get this email, and don't forget, at this time I had a brethren, but like he used to play bass on some of the gigs, Hamilton, you know Hamilton,
yeah.
Bassy and them lot. So I've seen this email, and all I'm seeing, even though it said L Hamilton, I'm just seeing Hamilton. So I'm thinking, what does Mike want right now? Let me see, and boom. So I read it, and I thought, oh no, that can't be Mike. Then I said to Sam, I said, look at this email. What Hamilton's this? It says L Hamilton, blood. He said, the only L Hamilton I know is Lewis Hamilton. So I said, is it? Cool. Boom. But basically, the thing basically said, I'm in a studio in Chiswick, Metropolis, and I'd love for you to, if you're about to come and help me with some vocals or whatever he said and whatnot. So I'm thinking, when I've realised who it was and checked the thing, it was Lewis Hamilton. He's saying, I'm a massive fan of you, your vocals are crazy, and boom, and I just want you to come and do some vocals with me. So I'm thinking, damn. So it made sense that I was on the actual same street, high road, as where he was, which is Metropolis. So I'm Zizi's, he's in Metropolis right now. I just couldn't eat my food no more. I just said, I'm going. So I've gone, everyone's saddled up, we've gone in there. I've texted my man now, I said, yo, I'm outside.
I'm outside.
I said, yo, I'm outside, you understand? Yeah. So boom, he's come, he's like, yo, so I've got him, he's like, Angel. He's like introducing me to all these people, and he's like, yo, this is Angel, boom, you understand? I'm like, this is Hamilton, you get me? This is Ham, but he's so like on the music, he's like, yo, boom. So that night, I remember we got to work straight. He's like, yo, are you able to work? And boom, I said, yeah, no doubt, this is gonna be a great experience for me and whatnot. And even at that time, like I was like, listen, don't worry about nothing. This is great for me. I'll just do this. You understand? Right. On that vibe, not being in there like
not hoggish, like
Well, go on, I've just cancelled 3 shows. I've just cancelled 3 shows on Hamilton. Nah, it wasn't like that. I went in on the thing of this is such a great opportunity. So I've gone in there, and I think he took a liking to my whole vibe anyway because of we just gelled. By the time I knew it, next week he said, "Do you want to come to my house in Colorado?" Understand? So I said, "Oh, that'd be great." So like he said, "Yeah, we're gonna do a great writing session or whatnot." I got, people coming and whatnot. So I said, he said, you got Millie Mafia, Eric Bellinger. These times I've never met Eric and all that. So I thought that would be a great trip. So I went out there. That was a great trip. That was the first time I met Eric Bellinger and these lot. And it was just epic. It was just the birth again of just meeting great people and being in a space like when I go out to LA, I got some cool people through Hamilton. Understand, a man that ain't even, that's not his forte that. Understand? So that was cool.
Big connect as well.
Big boy connect. And then the one that was like real crazy was like, he's like, yo, this is the next time now. He's like, yo, do you want to go to New York? I'm like, sure. He's like, we're going on my jet. I'm going to send a car for you.
What colour was the jet?
Red.
Mad, I remember you telling me that.
Red, madness. Even Swizz, when Swizz rolled up in there, Swizz is...
Is it? Big Swizz as well.
Swizz said, I gotta change my shit.
Yeah. See the type of conversations, I gotta change my shit.
What do you mean you gotta change your shit? I'm just whistling through this like, I ain't got no innings in this conversation. Big boy chat, you get me? So these times it's like, yo, I'm gonna send the car for you. Boom. I've not been to a Clairport or whatever you call it.
You know why?
I've not been there.
This is a whole different thing now.
Them novelties just can't wear off. What do you think?
Right.
I've never seen this and I've flied everywhere. So this now, we've gone to a place where there's no one asking no questions, no nothing. I've got my passport on me. I could even smoke a zoot terrace with this place where I was, you understand? Right. And it was like, no one's asking us nothing. He said, I'm just waiting for some confirmation on how long my jets can be, or whatever he said.
Yeah, this is a whole different...
So I'm thinking, all right,
my
dudes, I'm just going to chill and wait and whatever. So I put my hood up, I'm sleeping now. I must have knocked out for about half an hour. And I remember him just saying, hey, man, hey. We're going now. So I rose up Swizz is in front of me sitting there now. So I've gone to sleep with just me. I've woken up and Swizz is sitting in front of me. He said, oh yeah, hey man, Swizz, this is
Oh, that
this
is
Swizz.
mad. What, so you fell asleep, woke up, what? This on a jet now?
This is before we're going up into the jet, like where
okay.
we're waiting to go on that thing where we got to go up the jet now. So I've woken up and I've seen Swizz in front of me and he's like, quick introduction. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking, damn, like this flight's going to be an interesting one. Do you understand? So we've gone up in there.
These times it's just you three?
It's just me, us three.
On the jet?
These times I've gone in this jet, blood. I'm seeing like workers on the jet, they've got their aprons on, it says El Hamilton and all that, serving us eggs and steaks and that. Steak and, not Stehemi eggs and steaks, salmon and egg and all that. You get what I'm saying? So,
mad.
I'm thinking this is incredible.
Scrambled or?
Scrambled, madness.
Mad, strong.
Madness, and we're sitting there now. So
like veggie and thing.
Yeah.
Veggie and that as well.
And you know what we were ordering off? The other thing of, here's your iPad. Tell us what you want. We'll be
Order
back
on
in
the
a sec.
iPad.
Listen, they're candy red paint iPads next to everyone's thing, and they all recline. It's a madness in there. So anyway, we've gone up in there. Ham's gone straight to the back. Me and Swizz, like, we're hungry, so we're eating. Me and Swizz think, blood, all the questions I've ever wanted to ask about New York, Rough Rider, DMX, all these things, blood, we spoke about the whole journey. Don't forget, on the jet, it takes like an hour less or 2 hours less to get there. You
Serious? What, they just flipping doing a madness?
Yeah, it takes a couple hours off or something. So it was like a 4-hour flight to New York or 5 hours or something nuts at that time. Yeah. So we spoke the whole way. There was no sleeping. I'm asking this man. Don't forget, I grew up listening to Swizz and all that. Like that's
that's
so
tight.
now I'm like we're exchanging all this information. He's asking me about London just as much as I'm asking him.
Yeah, because he's curious and like obviously he's got a family here.
You understand? Yeah. So he's saying, yo, boss, what's the thing for you? So then we spoke the whole way. We connected. You know when you felt I connected. You understand? So we've got to where we're going now. Ham's put me in this hotel. Ham's gone off to do what he's doing. We've landed about 11 o'clock at night, bearing in mind. I'm in this hotel. I've not been able to go to exchange any money or nothing. Right. I'm thinking, damn, I'm just here. I'm gonna hit me back yet and said what he's doing, or he's just gonna hit me in the morning. So we're just chilling for that night. Gone into Twitter these times. It wasn't just gone into Twitter. Message from Swizz Beatz. Ring me. You understand? So I'm thinking, like, I just come to play this nigga. You understand? He's gone out his way to kind of, you understand, give me his number. So I called the number and he's like, yo, where you at? Boom, boom, boom. I said, yo, I'm just at the hotel. He's like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm waiting for my man to hit me and whatnot. He's like, no. He said, listen, come over to the studio. I'm going to send you the address right now. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, yo, I've not been able to go and change no dough and that, so I've not got no funds on me and that. Yeah. These times, you know, man, ain't rolling with card and that. It's just straight dough. Cash. So he said, stop being nuts. I'm going to send you a car. When you get here, come to the 5th. he said, when you get here, come to the 5th floor. Yeah. And someone's going to give you the money to pay the cab payment and come back up. Right. So I've run into the building. I'm tinted out building, gone up to the 5th floor. Abre's giving me $300. The cab was only $12.50.
Serious?
So he's giving me $300, like 6 notes or whatnot, and just been like, yo. So when I've got up the stairs, I've seen it, yo, what, sis, what. I'm like, here's your change. He's like, stop being nuts, hold that, get yourself straight for a sec.
Strong.
So gone in, he's like, got the drink, boom, and we told the next man, all right, go and get some weed for Angel. You understand? Boom, boom, boom. Before I knew it, bro, ASAP's turned up, doorbell rang, boom, boom, boom. Someone said, hey, ASAP, yeah, let him up. So it's like Summer Jam's just finished. Right. And everyone's going to Swizz's. We want to tell him how this night was now. So I'm sitting there. He's come up and he's like, yo, Sap, this is my man Angel. He's like, Angel? That's my nigga Angel. Like, that's Lee Trapstar's little cousin. Oh my God. They got the
so connect.
He's like, I know. He's like, what are you doing there? You understand? So Bone Thugs and Harmony in there. Who came in there? Meek came in there. It's the first time I met Meek, you understand? So that's the first time Meek and ASAP met as well, because they were like praising each other. Oh my God, you're doing your thing, like, nice to meet you and boom. So that was such an epic moment. And then I was there for a few days, so it started for me running into Jigger and that in like the little place.
No, don't even, you can't serious. Do that. Tell the story.
Bro, it was just, I didn't know where I was and what I was doing. As far as I'm going.
You're walking around in the building?
I'm walking around. I'm Swizz. He's like, yo, do whatever you want. Thing, whatever. So I'm walking around and I remember, just like, I went to the toilet and coming back into like this space, and I'm going to walk towards the fridge to get a soda out or whatnot, and a man's there in front of me and I'm waiting for him to finish, and he turns around and he says, yo, you seen Swizz? I said, nah. And I did know where Swizz was, but I just didn't know it. So that's the first thing that come out. I didn't even know that man was talking to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know when you're just like, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. I recognise you. Oh, shit, that's Jay-Z.
Yes, I said, nah. And he said, all right, kid. And he walked off. Now I've gone back in with Swizz, just chin, didn't even mention that. Because he just asked me, like, you just don't know what's going on.
I know, it's mad. You feel like you stepped in a whole different world,
just a whole
like
different
a game.
world. Do you understand? And I remember at that time, we're working on this floor, and Jig is recording Magna Carta on top of us these times. So I'm hearing bees up there, and everyone's like, this is a whole next world now upstairs, just one floor up, or whatever it is. So I'm thinking, I'm in the right place. I'm exactly where I need to be, bro. And it was like, I'd done all this, and then the next day it was like, oh yeah, back to the purpose. I'm here with Lewis.
Yeah, of course,
Lewis has come sessions. Like, that's what it was. So it was like, I built such a great relationship with Swizz through another great brethren, Lewis Hamilton, that, you understand, stayed at his house. I had Nicole Scherzen came and make breakfast for me in the morning and everything there. You understand? For facts. Come on, you understand? Like, so
wake up in the morning and see Scherzen scrambling.
How do you want your eggs, Angel? Like, boom, boom, bam, bam. I'm thinking, Lewis is a heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's my brethren. And he showed me
scrambled.
Talking
madness. About a lot. That's how I like it.
Yeah, madness, scrambled, you understand? And it was like, that was like, just to be in that presence with just like greatness like that, and for a man to even like consider me to bring me out of all great songwriters and all singers and musicians to his house, his place, his personal spot, and you understand, and show me them vibes, because he took to me, that meant a lot to me, and it still means. And as I said, I've built great relationships through him doing that. Look how tight me and Swizz now.
This is it, and that's what I was gonna say as well. Yeah, I easily see how you and Swizz would have been able to fuck with each other, because you're not going in front of Swizz trying to pretend to be like him, or like you're just being yourself. Yeah. You come from a certain place, and he understands that, because he's a big man who comes from that as well. And you look at like, even when you was talking about the whole situation with like man coming to the studio after Summer Jam and that, it literally shows you now. You look at the verses stuff and whatever, but even before that, you just know like the regard and the respect that people hold this man. My bro. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Real humble as well. You probably wouldn't believe why he gets so much love and respect, but it's deeper than your mind.
You know, we had him on a podcast. We had him on a podcast, and like, I'll never forget that. I just never forget that. Getting the, you know what I mean, the message, oh yeah, Swizz, like, yeah, cool, yeah, that can happen or whatnot. He was a little bit late, me and Poets talking and whatnot. The door opens and he walks in, yeah. And I remember at the time, I know a lot of people picked up on this, but I carried on the conversation. I didn't stop. I noticed, I said, yo, but I carried on the conversation, In my heart and soul, I was like, I can't even believe what the hell is about to happen right now, But at the same time, it was like, I wanted him, I didn't want the conversation to stop. I wanted him to join the conversation from him walking in. And the only way that I was able to do that is to compartmentalize my feelings. And keep this going so that when he sits down, it's an organic vibe.
Thing.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I know that you fucked with that. So.
I know. No, he's a great spirit and very respected, and he will give you so much inspiration just being around him, and he doesn't sit down and talk about no foolishness. He's always trying to make you see some things that's like, do this, do that, be this, like, try and be open-minded here. He's always showing you something. You understand? There's party fun and all that, but then his objective is to show you some stuff. You understand? I've got this experience. I'm going to share it with you, especially if I consider you. You understand?